So the only thing we need now to get started with the Hydrogen framework is to log into our Shopify partner store and grab a storefront access token. If you don't have a Shopify partner account, you can join for free here, and it's free, and you're going to need it for any Shopify development. So after we log in, click next, click login. We'll end up at the Shopify storefront admin page, the back end. We're going to go to stores at the top. And if you don't already have a development store, you can create one with add store, click development store, give your store a name and a password, leave this blank. My address is showing down here, so I'm not going to scroll down, but below this is 3 choices. You can either click, I'm just playing around, or you're testing a new app or theme, either one. Click save, you'll have a new store. I already have one, so I'm going to use one that I already have, and I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And once you do that, it will come to the store backend, and we need to go over here to apps, and we just need the access token. So we're going to come down to manage private apps. And I have a connection already, but I'll walk through to create another one. We just create new private app. It's going to take a minute to load all the way to the next page. Takes a little longer than usual. And then once we get to the next page, you're just going to give your app a name. I'll say Philips Hydrogen. You can name yours whatever you want. You'll have to put an email here. I'm going to say 123@gmail. This is a fake app. You can just scroll down to this checkbox and go ahead and click it, and just click all of these options and click save. Create app. And this should go ahead and give us our storefront access token so we can get started in VS Code. After it loads, we'll end up here, and I've scrolled down, and this is what we need right here, the storefront access token. And so just copy it to your clipboard. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull in my VS Code, resize the window just a bit. And I just created a simple folder on my desktop called Hydrogen. And I'm going to pull up the terminal. And all we're going to need for Hydrogen, there's npx and yarn, but I'm just going to run npx create Hydrogen app. And here it's asking to name the app. I'm just going to call it Philips Hydrogen. So we're going to then cd into Philips Hydrogen. And from here, sorry, my VS Code, I need to resize that. So from here, we need to run these commands. This is going to install the peer dependencies. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. It's just going to take a little bit. And once this is done, we'll just npm run dev. And that's going to basically take us to the generic Hydrogen demo store. Okay. There might be an occasional error that shows here. Hydrogen is still in beta, so you're just going to have to roll with that. So I'm just going to open it with a control click of the local host. It should be loading behind us, and it is. So take away VS Code. And basically this is going to, we're getting a error. So yeah, so Hydrogen is still in beta, and the little errors like that tend to still pop up here and there, and it kind of changes week by week right now. So once it's out of beta, those will likely be gone. And from here, this is the basic demo store. You know, it's a snowboard store. Hello Hydrogen's got some snowboards here we can click at and go into the products page. Well, really what we want to do is change the storefront access token and connect our storefront. So what we're going to have to do is bring back VS Code. As you can see, here's these errors. And what we're going to want to do is open up the file, the folder structure, and go in here to Shopify Config. So paste in the access code, and then you're going to need to paste in this part of your domain name is the easiest to grab. Okay. I'll just pull it back up. So we'll just put that in here, front of that, click save, this to the side, and we should see. So here's my store info. And if you're a Working with Shopify student, you might recognize this as one of the builds. And so basically all this is doing is pulling the product information from this Shopify store, which is these products, and it's pulling in all the information over to here. We can click on one of these. And as you can see, it's got, there's no colors. It's just a hex code. So that would need to be fixed, but we can add to bag. We can pick different parameters, check the bag. We could even try to check out from here, and it would take us to a Shopify backend page. So that's pretty much it on how to connect your storefront. So in the next video, what I'll be doing is walking us through the Hydrogen documentation getting started. And what that's going to do is just let us do some updates, some quick GraphQL queries, and some general light modifications. So I will see you in the next lecture.